Hi everybody, my name is Bintang and I go by ZERRO here on the internet. Today I'm going to share you some of things that I used to do back in the day that I don't do now. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing that I wanted to share with you guys is about coffee. So I used to drink coffee every day. Like every morning, I used to have like iced americano with two teaspoon of sugar. That used to be my go-to drinks. Been having iced americano in the morning since I was like in high school. So at first, I was drinking a lot of instant coffee, the one that has like cream and sugar, and that's not really a coffee. That's just like literally sugar and water. So I started buying like black coffee, and I use like a French presser to make like dark coffee, and I made my own syrup that I store in the fridge. So every morning I would have nice black coffee with 2 teaspoons of liquid sugar, and I used to have that every morning. I can't go on a day without drinking iced americano. That's how addicted I am to iced americano. I remember one time I was clipping my nails, right? You know how like you used to clip your nails and you collect nails and you trying to get rid of it, but I forgot to dispose my nails, so I put the collected nails on my dresser, right? 1 hour later when I came back, the nails has a lot of ants in it. My nails that I already clipped off is crowded with ants, and I was like, oh my god, what is going on? And I started like sweeping them off with my hands, like off my dresser. And then I said to one of my workers, like, hey, do you know why is my nail is crowded by ants? And she was like, oh, it's probably because you drink coffee every day. And I was like, how is that possible? And she said, you know how you used to add like 2 teaspoons on your sugar on your coffee, and probably it's because of that, because you drink a lot of sugar in your body. And I was like, oh, is that it? I started drinking coffee with no sugar, so it was like so bitter, but I just had to do it because. So that was like a year ago, but now I started to drink less coffee. Like I don't drink coffee every day in the morning now. Like in the span of 1 week, I only drink like 1 to 2 cups in a week. So yeah, I mean, I don't stop drinking coffee. I love it, but at least I don't drink it every day anymore. Next thing that I don't do anymore is listening to music in the bathroom. I used to listen to music in the bathroom. Like every time I go to shower, I have to blast music in the bathroom. Like I don't know why. Every time I take a shower, it just feels so lonely, and the air in the shower, it feels like very echoey, and just like, I don't know, I used to don't feel like the feeling of that, the emptiness of the shower and the echo, and you can like hear everything. So I always blast music in the shower. And recently, after I moved out from my house and moved to this rent, my bathroom got a little bit smaller. So every time I play music inside the shower, it would be like so noisy. We can hear the sound of the music from the 2nd floor. So, and my bathroom is on the 3rd floor. So I don't know, I don't want to disturb anyone here because I still live with my family. I feel like I don't like the noisiness anymore, because you know when you play music in the bathroom, it echoes more and it kind of sounds more echoey, you know what I mean? So I don't even like the feeling of that anymore. So I don't play my music in the shower anymore. I stopped doing it. And yeah, so the next thing that I stopped doing is buying cheap clothes, fast fashion Chinese clothes online. I stopped doing that. You know, you have like those apps, probably like in your country you have like ZERRO, Shein, that sells like fast fashion Chinese clothes, and here in Asia we have Shopee, and Shopee Shopee carries a lot of like uh, Chinese fast fashion clothing that I used to buy a lot. I used to buy it like a lot, and you know, like the actual cutting and the actual garments is actually represent what is in the picture, but it's always the fabric that is has something wrong with it. It's either really scratchy and really like hot, and it's just like not good quality fabric. Like they got the shape right, but they don't have the right materials to like really achieve the look, you know. So ever since I moved here, I started like sorted out my clothing, that I got rid of like all of my fast fashion clothes. I'm so sick of it. I'm so tired of it. Like the fitting is always nice because I am a little bit on the skinny side, so I don't really have a problem with the sizing, but it's always the fabric. The fabric is really horrible, and every time I go out it's just really either really hot or really scratchy. So I stopped shopping online for clothes now. So the last thing that I used to do back then that I don't do now is a little bit controversial, because I used to smoke cigarette. Yeah, probably it's a little bit controversial, but I started smoking since I was like 18, so I was like in high school. um, yeah, here in my country you can get cigarette really easily, so you don't have age restriction for that. You don't have to show your ID to purchase it, and you can even like buy it on like kiosk on the side of the street. We have a lot of like kiosk in the side of the street, and you can just like buy it from there. You can even be as young as like 7 years old to purchase that. I've seen a lot of like kids purchasing cigarettes for their father or like their parents, and yeah, there has been no problem with kids purchasing cigarette in my country. So when I was 18, I, you know, wanted to be cool because my friends are all doing it, but I personally decided that I started to smoke. I don't get forced by anyone. None of my friends like forced me to do it. I I started my first smoke in like a tree house that used to have in like my old house complex. They have like a tree house, and I buy the cigarette, and I climb up there and I put my lighter on and I tried it out for the first time, and it was like, you know, it was okay, but it was like first it was like very bitter, and then I started like doing it more and more, and you know, I kind of started like the feeling of it since I was like 18 till 20. I started smoking cigarette, and eventually my family already know about it, but they were pretty chill, because my dad is a smoker anyway, so yeah. And then I stopped smoking because you know how people when people smoke and they got this feeling after they eat, this like mouth feel of like sourness, you know, like they said that if they don't smoke after they eat, they get really, their mouth get really sour. I don't really get that. I don't get my mouth sour at all. So every time I eat, I don't get that mouth feel of like sourness. So I started thinking maybe I'm not really addicted to this thing. So one day I realized that maybe this one is my last box. So after this, I'm not going to buy any more cigarettes. So after I finished that one box, I stopped buying it, and you know, I don't really get the cravings anymore to smoke. I don't even, after I eat, I don't get my mouth like really sour or anything. So yeah, I stopped smoking cigarette after that. So yeah, don't smoke, kids. I hope you guys enjoyed my little bit of story about my life. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.